Dear Southern Cameroonians, fellow Ambazonians, my name is Pattrick. I wish to introduce to you the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Exile Forum. The Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Exile Forum is a project of the Sam Soya Center. The ethos of this project is to contribute in helping to safeguard and propagate the rights and security of Southern Cameroonians fleeing into South Africa, Africa and the world from political oppression as well as cultural genocidal actions perpetrated by the brutal and oppressive regime of French Cameroon. This project shall be global, targeting Ambazonians the world over, but shall commence as a pilot project in South Africa. The project will principally document and educate the hearts of Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora and other African countries, as well as provide the other support system based on the principle of the rule of law, governance, democracy, social security, and human rights. The initiative was conceived to support our interim government in addressing some of the social problems that keep skyrocketing on a daily basis as the revolution unfolds. We believe our contribution in assisting the interim government will add value in the revolution, thus easing our trip to Boya. Now, who is an Ambazonian exile? According to the dictionary.com, an exile is a prolonged, usually enforced absence from one's home country due to banishment or self-imposed. According to the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonian Exile Forum, an Ambazonian exile is any person from the Southern Cameroons that has been refused permission to re-enter and may be threatened with death or imprisonment if they return to Southern Cameroons. You can also be self-imposed if you are scared of your life and you are escaping persecution from French Cameroon's brutal regime as a form of protest. The Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Exile Forum also consider those internally displaced Southern Cameroonians back home as exiles. If you think you fall in any of the categories above, then know that Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Exile Forum is a home for you where you will be assisted and equally benefit from our objectives. Our objectives are as follows: to investigate, document, litigate, and advocate on human rights abuses perpetrated by the French Cameroon's regime and its agencies on Southern Cameroonians. To empower all Southern Cameroonians exiles living in South Africa and environs to observe and respect the laws of the host countries. For instance, working and paying taxes as well as abiding by the bylaws and respect the various authorities. To use all legal and most effective measures to fight against the deportation of all documented Southern Cameroonians to the French Cameroon, where they will be exposed to unfair incarceration, torture, and possibly murder. To assist undocumented Southern Cameroonians exiles residing in South Africa and other Southern African countries to become documented. To empower all Southern Cameroonians in exile. For instance, provide social, legal and economic assistance to Southern Cameroonian exiles and refugees that will ensure self-sustainability. To assist victims of human rights abuses and fight for justice where it is being denied. To provide access to education and vocational training. To foster a spirit of fellowship among the exiles. To provide any other assistance necessary for the dignity and well-being of all the victims from the Southern Cameroons, especially those who suffer torture, political violence, and other human rights abuses, to monitor and create awareness of the violations of the rights of the victims with a view to work towards their protection, to promote social cohesion with the local people of South Africa and the neighboring countries, to dissuade Southern Cameroonians from crime, to cultivate and foster a sense of national identity, pride, patriotism, and social cohesion amongst Southern Cameroonians, with a view to facilitating their return to the Federal Republic of Ambazonia after statehood has been completely restored. To all Southern Cameroonians in the Republic of South Africa, this is an appeal. We are calling upon you to join this forum, which has been created to assist the interim government assist you. We know the government of the Republic of Cameroon is doing everything possible to work with the South African authorities not to recognize your problems when you visit the refugee center for proper documentation. One of our intentions is to partnership with other human rights organizations and involve lawyers to address some of these issues. As a forum, it will be easier for us to meet with the Department of Home Affairs and negotiate a stay on your behalf. Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Exile Forum is a SCCOP initiative. In my next video, I will give you details on how to become a member, contact, and other pertinent information. I thank you.